everyone, I'm Allie, and this Better Beater episode is actually going to be a product spotlight. And the reason I'm doing this as a Better Beater episode is because I truly think this will make you a better beater. This is your introduction to our new colors and sizes of our DragonThread. So we have spools that now have thread tamers on it and have actually increased kind of the volume that you're getting, as well as the ease of use, and also increase the sizes and the colors that you are available to get, with more to come. So we just launched our newest color of gray DragonThread. And I love this because I use silver beads all the time. And while the green DragonThread is going to go really well with gold, this silver is spot on when it comes to the silver color of beads that you use a lot. So I'm going to show you the difference in thread size, the difference in the colors that are the options, and then show you some of the new spooling systems that we have for the existing ones that you may have already bought and purchased and loved. So you may be familiar with our DragonThread. You may have received samples in your best bead box. You may have purchased some, and we are really excited to work with Bead Tech and bring this to the market. So you have seen in the past that we have different sizes, and we've had these smaller spools. The smaller spools were amazing, but honestly, it was hard to get the amount that we wanted to give for the price that we gave on the smaller spools. So we did end up going with a little bit larger spool. And as you can see, as I was working with it, it does have the little section there, but it is hard to keep your spools from untangling. So we recognize that as an issue, and we have added these thread tamers to each and every spool that you're purchasing. And you're able to pull the thread out through that thread tamer, and then it will stay exactly in place. If you need to take the thread tamer off after you're done, you can simply just stretch it over the edge of the piece because it's an elastic, and it'll come off for that. So we have had in the past the size 5, and this one's going to be, oops, right here, your white is your size 6. Then we're going to go with that green. We've had that color of green, and that is your size 5. So that's going to be the thinner of the two. We've had 5 and 6. And we really recognized with the 5 and the 6, whether or not you're getting green, you can hardly see there, or the white, or even going in here and getting the smoke color as well too. So that black smoke color. Those colors were amazing. The size 5 and size 6 was great, but there were many requests, including myself, for a thicker size. So we went and we created not only a thicker size that is available in that white, green, and smoke color, but we also have a secondary color. So we now have size 8 of the gray. So this is going to be a little bit thicker. Obviously, we're going up as we go up in size, and it's about 0.2 millimeter in thickness. Although when it comes to thread, it's so hard to show that. You can get it either in the 50-meter spools, or you can get it in the 250-meter spools. So you can see how much thread is on that spool. You are getting 250 meters when you get these larger spools, and the thread tamers really help to keep them in place. I have been using the gray a ton as I'm working with it, using it and loving it. And I like the thicker thread to work with multi-hole beads. So this tiled Tila bracelet is one that I used the gray for, and I used it with the silver beads, and it's really hard to see. I kept the thread just a little bit longer here for you to get that look at it before burning it down. It's really even hard to see that thread next to the silver beads. I do so much in gold and in silver that I loved the silver option of that gray color. And then the thicker thread is kind of an answer to different people's requests for something that is a little bit thicker. Now, why use the thicker versus the thinner? If I want to do something that is very detail oriented, very much like a bead embroidery project, or something that I'm going through 15 O's multiple times, that's where that 0.5 is going to be a great option. If I'm going through and I'm doing some fringe earrings and I want the top to be a little bit stiff, but I also want that flow along the bottom, that's where I'm going to look to the size 6. So here's my white spool of size 6 that I'm working on here. And you can see the improvement. So this was a 250 spool of white, and it sits on there, but it's pretty darn close to being full. That was the reason for just that increase a little bit, and also to get that thread tamer in there. And so the 0.6 I like as a good versatile thread. That's what I've been using for all of the YouTube videos recently, is that 0.6 thread. The 0.8 is going to be a little bit more comparative to a wildfire thread or a 10-pound fire line is what I would compare it to. A little bit thicker, and that's great for a lot of your multi-hold beads. It's also really great if you're using it with some of the Potomacs and you're mixing some of that heavier metal with your glass or crystals or seed beads. That's where your size 8 is going to be a great addition. So not only do we have the new gray color, which has that nice silver sheen, available in the size 6 and the size 5, but we also now have the gray white or the gray crystal, smoke, and green available in the size 8. So you can get the size 8 if you want to in those alternate colors and really stock up on that thicker thread, because different threads are going to have different uses. So we're really excited to be able to bring this gray color to the market here with Bead Tech, as well as get that bigger size and more colors and sizes to come as the Dragon Thread line is expanded. So working with product development and bead tech on creating this bead thread has been amazing. I have loved all the comments that we've received about this thread and helping to make the brand better and make more functional supplies for us bead weavers and beaders out there. Remember, you can always comment on these YouTube videos and give your feedback about the different threads, the sizes, comparisons, and things that may help other community members as well. So if you're looking for a different color of the Dragon Thread, or if you're looking for a thicker size in the colors that are offered, look no further. Bead Tech has them here at Potomac Beads. If you do want to purchase any, go ahead and look in the link below the video in the description that you can get those links to our online shop. As always, these Better Beader episodes are made to make you a better and more informed beader, and hopefully this episode on the new Bead Tech thread will do that for you as well. And remember, if you haven't already, please subscribe so you don't miss any new inspirational videos from us here at Potomac Beads. Thanks so much for joining us, and stay tuned for more.